in rice exports. Initially, we were also apprehensive from the association, even trade was apprehensive that this situation may be detrimental to export of rice. But it did not happen so. I'll tell you why. You see, when the lockdown started world over, including India, some countries like Thailand, which is a major exporter of non-basmati rice, even Vietnam, they did ban their export for some period. Okay, so supplies to the world market got choked for that, and then unfortunately, apart from this, then they lifted ban subsequently, but they had in their production first problem of flood and then drought, etc. So what happened, the world started looking at India for supplies. And the reason why there was high demand never depleted. Reason being that, firstly, ban by these countries on export had its impact. Secondly, every country was fearing food security because nobody knew that 2 months down the line, what will be the situation? Will trade happen, or will safety be an issue? So countries started playing safe, and India was a country which never stopped exports, and exports continued, and we have done well. Let me tell you that, since basmati rice, we have data from DGCIS up to October this year for the first 7 months of the financial year. And in basmati, compared to the same period of last year, we are 28% plus. And in non-basmati, we are 118% plus. As I said, basmati, Pakistan is the only other producer and competitor. So there's no third country which competes with us on this. But India has 75% share in the world market for basmati. Rest is occupied by Pakistan. But when it comes to non-basmati rice, there are several players across the globe. Indonesia, Bangladesh, Pakistan, then Thailand, Vietnam, all these countries do export rice. But as I mentioned, that why world started looking at India, and the overall resultant effect that has happened because of Thailand and Vietnam is that today our prices are very favorable, and we are $100 to $115 less than other competitors. Okay, now coming to Thailand, if we look at, like basmati, Middle East is our major segment. We export almost 75% of our overall basmati rice to Middle East. And let me tell you, Iran was a single major market in Middle East and overall world because our basmati rice overall export, if you look at, Iran had a share of 30% to 34%. But this year, for the 7 months, it is down to 16% because of different problems. And the problem is remittances, because we have a rupee payment system, and since we are not importing oil, there are no accumulations coming. It was a barter kind of arrangement that we buy oil, the money is used for compensating for export of basmati rice. But despite that, demand from other countries, in Middle East, Saudi is buying more, Yemen is buying more, Iraq is buying more. So that has offset the disadvantage of the Iranian market. That is as far as basmati is concerned. Non-basmati, as I said, our prices are favorable. We have never been short of production. We have a record production this year also. We have enough surpluses. And we are exporting almost 60 to 65% of our non-basmati is destined for the African market.